Go to it. Read the
Nice
title.
segue. Hey, let me. This is kind of weird for me to say, so let me try to see if I can get it out. I'm not normally this emotional, but
Oh boy,
Joe, I am proud of you. I am
for
proud of you.
even knowing that that AI was changing things.
Just past couple weeks, I've realized Joe is actually staying on top of this stuff a little bit. So
It's funny you say that because more and more of my clients, it is the nature of my industry, right? My clients kind of move me in this direction. So whether I want it or not, I better learn how to do this stuff, right? Because it's coming, right?
yeah,
Right.
How do you feel about blockchain?
Yeah. Well, that's something that's still confusing me to this day. To this day, I have a mental block on understanding where the blocks are, where the chain is, where's the weak link, and where's my Bitcoin money because I lost plenty.
I'm proud
of it.
of you for piecing those couple sentences together. I
Yeah.
really am.
Yeah,
You're
I know.
doing fine.
I got this going on, don't I?
Yeah. So this is my article I wrote.
Okay.
How technology.
Whoa. Let me be clear. When I tell the co-host to go get an article from the Google, I want them to go to the Google. You are the Google. I want people to understand that.
I am writing for the Google.
Okay.
Google Schmoogle. Yeah, I'm tired of the artificial intelligence. Let's try to use some normal intelligence first.
Oh, well, we don't have a lot of that going around here, but okay.
Well, let me try.
Okay,
Let me try and see how it goes.
You got it.
How technology and artificial intelligence can help Joe increase the value of your small business before acquisition.
Whoa, you wrote that just for me.
I wrote that just for you,
Okay.
yes. Just for this show. This may be the only time this is ever read.
Oh, my goodness. Let's see how much of this I agree with.
Okay.
I might disagree with some of this.
Well, in our guest today is going to, certainly has benefited from some of this, and I'll talk about that when he's on air. But businesses that embrace new technologies can gain a competitive advantage. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, one way to use technology to increase the value of your small business is to invest in artificial intelligence. And everybody's like, oh, artificial intelligence, this, that, and other thing going to take over the world. But the reality is that in its simplest form, you can use artificial intelligence to automate tasks. And so tasks that I would normally spend even 20 minutes a day on, if I can make it just happen automatically in the background.
Whoa. Let me get this straight. I just put in place a brand new CRM system that when somebody inquires from the NDA, it automatically sends out emails
I
and
love
such.
it.
Is that AI? I didn't know that.
No, that's
quite.
more process automation.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
But,
okay.
But if you have a chat bot on your website
Got it.
that recognizes keywords and gives answers, say, from a frequently asked question page,
Got it.
now we're getting closer to AI.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think you've had a guest or two on here talking about marketing tools like that.
Yes. And Inline does have that chat box on there, so that would be AI, but the automation is not. I just want to be clear on that. Okay.
That's correct.
Got it. Okay.
That's correct. So where was I? Increase the value of small business, invest in artificial intelligence, automating tasks, improving customer service. And again, we're coming back around to the chat bots, and making better business decisions, which is some information that I'd love to hear from our guest today. With AI,
You really teasing the guest thing hard today.
oh man, I'm telling you, I just want to hear the answer
He's
for
making.
myself.
You got him over there sweating. He's so nervous.
Well, I mean, I'll quote him. Oh boy. Identifying trends and patterns, automating customer service tasks,
we got plenty of time.
Okay.
Let's take a break and we'll come back.
Thank you so much.
If it's Monday afternoon, say it.
Your business matters.
With my friend, whether he will admit it or not, James Sander. He's the founder of Charlotte's most reliable IT services, Shared Resources. James, my friend, thank you so much. You were filling us in on ways to make your business more valuable.
That's correct. Using AI. And the first thing we talked about was to automate tasks, freeing up resources for other better things. Second is improving customer service. And we talked a little bit about that. The most currently applicable use of that is using chat bots to search when the little person pops up in the lower right corner and says, hey, do you want to chat about this? You put your information in, it searches.
So that ain't a real person.
No. Good
I thought the woman was sitting there all night long waiting for me.
Yipes, Joe, aren't you coming up on your 29th anniversary? She's been waiting for you for 29 years. Is that what you're saying?
I could use the man version of what I was saying was I thought it was like the 24-hour person with the headset waiting to answer my call.
She sounds hideous.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So chat bots will answer those questions.
That's not
for
live. That's fake. That's fake news.
That isn't. That's to put that little face on there to make you feel like you're chatting with a real
so that
person.
ain't really
but it's
talking to her.
Right. It could be trained monkeys for all we know.
Okay. Okay.
And to make better business decisions.
Okay.
So I really want to get into.
Can we go back to that because I am
Yes.
confused about the woman that's really not a woman that's answering my calls.
Yes.
Okay. I, as the business owner, am answering a bunch of questions I think somebody might ask, and so that's how it knows how to reply. Am I getting this correctly?
That's correct. And the questions that it cannot answer, it will forward maybe to someone who can actually chat, a real person.
See, because I know that there's been times I've gotten a live phone call back.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It knows when to drop it. And over time, you gather enough statistical information to recognize that there's a question that you're not answering with the chat bot.
Got it.
So you add it to the chat bot's skills.
Okay.
So that it can answer those also.
Okay. Got it.
So you can personalize marketing campaigns by having it search against websites or other. You can search somebody's name.
So it could help me discern who is a good buyer profile for a particular business and that sort of stuff. Because that takes a lot of time for me.
It does. It can run out. It can run out on the internet. It can run through all kinds of information from any website that's out there or public data depository with whatever stuff that's going on in it, and come back and say, based upon what you're asking for, this is the right or the wrong person.
Right. Okay.
And my favorite piece is identifying trends and patterns in data to make better business decisions, and that's what our guest is going to talk about.
Well,
I think there's a piece of that's going to squeeze into what he has done.
And for two reasons why it's so helpful. Number one, most small business people do not know how to actually analyze the data they get. So even if they get the data, they don't know what it's saying to them. Kind of like if you look at a survey, you get certain people will give you different. So if AI can help me as a small business person say, this is what this data is suggesting, that will be very helpful.
Absolutely. Imagine a spreadsheet that is 100 columns wide and 100 rows deep, all of them labeled, say maybe, I don't know, product and month or product and buyer or something like that. You can feed that to AI and say, literally, you can say, what trends does this tell me?
Right.
And it will 30 seconds, 45 seconds, come back and give you useful information that you can act upon,
right,
which is pretty phenomenal. Because normally I would have to spend an afternoon staring at those numbers, wondering if I can do something with it. But in addition to AI, you can also look at cloud computing. You can look at mobile payments. You can look at social media. And using all of these, as you can attest, a business that's using them, when you're looking at the valuation of that business, it has to be more than businesses that are not
isn't it interesting that now more than ever we can sort of quantify goodwill in terms of client base, newsletter lists, in-house databases, likes, and so there's a lot of more comfortable ways for me to tell a potential buyer, look at the value that this company provides you, and up until now, you wouldn't be able to say anything other than he's got a good business.
Right, he's got a good book. You should look at it. I mean, that book goes on forever.
Look at that line he got going out the door. He got a good business. But now I can say, his Facebook numbers are this, his contact lists are this, and so those things are very helpful.
These are numbers and tools that used to be used by the individual departments of an organization to achieve what they wanted. Marketing and sales for marketing and sales. And there were some numbers, and we rewarded those people that were doing that. But now it's part of the bigger picture because you grab all that data together, you leverage some AI against it, you find the trends, and you can better value a company.
Right. And you want to hear something that's becoming a big, did I say big problem? Reviews.
Oh.
Reviews are bringing down values of retailers if they don't do a good job of addressing them. Because buyers look at that and they're thinking, how do I correct that? right? How do I?
Mhm.
Because it's not going to go away because it's attached to the name of the company, right?
Right. That's
You
right.
know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah. And
And so those reviews are very important. And listen, they just like you said, they can add value to a business, but if you've got some bad ones, it is very difficult.
how do you work with a buyer who's looking at a seller who has
It's
a
like the
significant number of-
second thing they look at after the numbers. They go straight to the social media and see what the customers are thinking and saying.
How about
Well,
that?
before they used to never be able to do that, right? It wasn't something they could do. They
Ev-
just had to assume.
Right. We're not having buyers just not buy, are we? Or are they using
No,
that
no,
to
they're-
leverage
yeah.
a lower
That's right. That's
lower
right.
cost? That's
Yeah,
great.
that's right.
Knowing that they can get
No,
in
it
there
ain't
and do
right.
a better job.
No, that it ain't right because I'm on the seller side.
Oh, that's
just-
right.
No, it's a problem for me. But I'm saying these issues that you bring up are unique. They are new. They are real. And if you do not pay attention to them, you will find yourself on the negative side of that, or you can take advantage of it and use it to your benefit.
All right. So if a person is selling a small business, they need to talk to you because you understand these technologies.
Oh, you trying to give me a sales pitch? Is that what you're trying to do? I'll take
You
it.
can-
I'll take it. I'll take it.
You can help them identify which technologies they could have in place and set up a
Yeah.
timeline for them to reconsider selling it a little bit
I'll
later.
I'll tell you what I do really well that involves what you're talking about here, which is all of this AI stuff. We don't have an AI for this specific stuff, but you're making me think I could absolutely employ it because I do believe you can look at the amount of these based on sales, and I can tell you whether it's a good, healthy company or not, right? It's stuff that I do through experience.
Yes.
So I'm sure I could get somebody to do it. So you've given me an idea what's going to be really interesting.
You do it through experience, but the amount of data that you can comprehend
correct.
compared to AI.
That's correct.
Yes.
Well, and there's certain things I'm looking for. So to answer your question, what you're really looking for if you're a business owner, these things like social media and how people are responding to new menu items, new things that are happening, right? And how many everybody's got negatives.
Sure thing.
Everybody,
Sure.
you know,
Especially online.
you know, always somebody thinks they know something, right? You know. But do you have 5 more after that that are positive, right? You know, or is it string after string after string of negative, and 4 out of 5 are saying the same thing?
Isn't it interesting that you said one negative, but you have 5 after that that have to be positive to make up for that one negative?
Yeah, that's probably a good number. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you better respond to the negative.
Oh, yeah.
You
Don't let
better
it-
see
right.
that negative there. But the point that I was making is what we can do is look at this information, how many likes you have, how many contacts you have. These things become real valuable to buyers. They really see value in how they can reach and make contact. You know, it used to be, I'm going to put a big sign up that says new owner, you know, new
Right.
manager, right?
That's right.
You don't do
I'm
that
coming
anymore.
back now.
That's right. That's right. Now you want to know and have this marketing campaign where you're going after them, speaking to social media and that sort of stuff, and how to make contact with that. And so that is a big difference and big play. And what you're suggesting is there might be some companies out there that could help me with that on an AI level. That's interesting.
Certainly.
You might have learned me something here today.
Don't blame me. Additional tips: keeping your website up to date. When was the last time you looked at
That's
small
so
business?
hard.
Isn't that something?
Oh, it is so hard. It requires a third-party person to do it for you, and it requires an analytical-minded person to be able to think through all of these details.
They have to be both marketing and understand what
Yes.
you're doing and what you are up to.
And the content matters because that's how people are gathering your information.
The what matters?
Content matters.
Oh, I thought you said content.
No. Did
Oh,
I? Well,
yeah.
I might have said it wrong.
Okay.
It's possible I
all
said
right.
it
Yeah. So keeping your website up to date using social media. We talked about collecting and analyzing data and investing in security measures. You couldn't have me on the radio and me not talk about cybersecurity.
That's right.
So hire somebody that's good for that. I'm staring at my
You got it.
yeah. And by following these tips, you can use technology to increase the value of your business when it's time to sell.
You should contact Shared Resources, James Sanders, to do that, my friend. Thank you, buddy.
And
We
Joe.
will be right back.